Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum dear students. Today's our topic is about the glycogen. Glycogen, your course is the biochemistry of carbohydrates, in which you have studied different carbohydrates. Now we are studying the polysaccharides. In polysaccharides, we first studied the starch polysaccharide. Starch is the storage polysaccharide of the plant kingdom, plants. And now we are today our lecture is about the glycogen, the polysaccharide of the animals, storage polysaccharide of animals and humans. Glycogen is a very important molecule for the animals as well as for the humans, because it is a very important compound for the production of energy. It is a storage compound in which the huge amount of energy is stored within the body and can be used further when there is the need of that energy. Glycogen is a very important molecule. We have know about that glycogen, the homopolysaccharide. It is a homopolysaccharide that is very important molecule. It is alpha glucane. So it contains alpha D glucose as their monomeric units. It's also the most important storage polysaccharide for animals as well as for human. So it has a very great importance for the humans and the animals in their metabolism. It has a vast role in the metabolic pathways of the humans and animals. It is a homopolysaccharide, means it contains one type of the monosaccharidal units, that is the glucose, alpha D glucose in this case, and this is the analog of the starch molecule. It is also the analog of the starch molecule. It contains alpha 1,4 linkage in straight chain. It contains alpha 1,4 linkage in straight chain, and also it contains alpha 1,6 linkage in case of branched chain. In case of branched chain, glycogen is a very important molecule because it is more compact. It is more compact in branching as compared to the starch molecule. In starch molecule, every branch is present at the 25th, almost at the 25th residue. So the length of one chain is 25 residues from which the branch is attached. But in case of glycogen, that is more compact molecule. In this molecule, the alpha 1,6 linkage of branch chain is attached after every 10 residues, 10 to 11 residues. Branch is occurred after every 10 to 11 residues in case of the glycogen. So glycogen is more compact molecule as compared to the starch molecule. As you know, glycogen is a storage compound in case of humans and in case of the animal cells. So it has a very important role in the metabolism of the glucose. So it is a very important molecule for the glucose metabolism within the body, within the cells. But we are, after going towards the metabolism of the glycogen or the importance of the glycogen in the glucose metabolism, we will have to, first of all, we have to have the idea about the structure of the glycogen. What is the structure of glycogen molecule? As we know, as we know, the straight chain is alpha 1 4 linked. We will have to draw the structure of the glycogen molecule first. So you should have the idea about the structure of glycogen molecule. This is the structure of the straight chain. As it is same, this is a structure of the straight chain. This is the structure of the straight chain in which the alpha 1 4 linkage is present. In case of the branch chain, this molecule is attached with the alpha 1 6 to H. This is the alpha, this is the alpha 1 6 linkage of branch chain. similarly with it the another straight chain is attached in the similar manner. As it is attached, this is the structure of the glycogen molecule, in which the branch is occurred after every 10 to 11 residues by alpha 1 6 linkage. So the structure of this glycogen molecule is more compact as compared to the starch molecule, just like that of starch molecule. Just like that of starch molecule, different 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Here is the attachment of the alpha 1 6 linkage, the branch, and the other ones are straight. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and the other branches attached with it. Similarly, from this going branch 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, there is the another branch, that is by the alpha 1 6 linkage is attached, and similarly there is more compact structure of the glycogen molecule. It gives the idea about the very much compact structure of the glycogen molecule. Glycogen is a branched polymer of glucose. Glucose residues are linked linearly by the alpha 1 4 glycosidic bonds, and approximately every 10 residues, a chain of glucose residues branched off attached with by the alpha-1,6 glycosidic linkages. The alpha-glycosidic bonds give rise to a helical polymer structure. So that's why the structure of the glycogen is helical polymer. It has a helical polymer structure. It can be hydrated with the 3 molecules of the water molecules. It can be hydrated with 3 molecules of water. To 4 parts water is attached with it and forms the granules in the cytoplasm. So just like that of the starch, it also gives rise to the formation of the granules by adding the water into its structure in the cytoplasm. Its diameter, granule diameter is up to 10 to 40 nanometer. 10 to 40 nanometers. The protein glycogenin, which is involved in the glycogen synthesis, is located at the core of each glycogen granule. Each glycogen granule contains the glycogenin protein for the synthesis of the glycogen that is required. It is analog of the starch, which is the main form of the storage molecules in plants, but starch has fewer branches and is less compact as compared to the glycogen. Glycogen is a large branch polysaccharide. It is the main storage form of the glucose in the animals and humans. Glycogen is an important energy reserve. When energy is required by the body, glycogen is broken down to the glucose and then enters into the glycolytic or the pentose phosphate pathway, as you studied earlier, or is released into the bloodstream. Glycogen is also an important form of glucose storage even in the fungi and the bacteria. Almost it contains the glucose residues of up to 1000 to 3000 molecules of the glucose is attached in the glycogen for the formation of the glycogen. Let's see what is the function of the glycogen. Now we are going towards the different important functions of glycogen. What are the functions of the glycogen? In animals and humans, glycogen is formed mainly in the muscles and the liver cells. Glycogen is synthesized from glucose when blood glucose levels are high and serve as a reading source of glucose for the tissues throughout the body. When blood glucose levels declines, then it is the source of the glucose for entire the tissues of the body. But it's mainly found in the liver and muscle cells of the body. They are very important source of glucose in which the glycogen is stored in liver and muscles. In liver cells, glycogen make up to 6 to 10%, 6 to 10% of the total weight of liver cell is glycogen. When food is ingested, blood glucose level rises and insulin released from the pancreas cells promotes the uptake of the glucose into the liver cells. Insulin also activates the different enzymes involved in the glycogen synthesis, such as the glycogen synthase. While glucose and insulin levels are sufficiently high, glycogen chains are elongated by the addition of the new glucose molecules, a process known as the glycogen synthesis or the glycogenesis, as you studied earlier. As glucose and insulin levels decreases, when the level of the glucose or the insulin level is decreases, glycogen synthesis is ceased, stopped. When blood glucose level falls below a certain level, the glucagon is released from the pancreas cell and it signals the liver cells to break down the glycogen now. Glycogen is broken down by the glycogenolysis into glucose 1 phosphate, and this glucose 1 phosphate which is converted later on into the glucose molecule and released into the bloodstream. Thus, glycogen serves as the main buffer of the blood glucose levels by storing glucose when its level is high and releasing glucose when levels are low. So, the glycogen acts as the main function of glycogen is it acts as glucose buffer of the body. When body needs more glucose, then it converted into glucose. Stored glycogen is converted into glucose, and when there is a level of the glucose is high, then it is used to store the glucose in the form of the glycogen. Glycogen breakdown in the liver is critical for supplying the glucose to meet the body's energetic needs. In addition to glucagon, also the other hormones are responsible for the breakdown of the glycogen. Glucagon plus epinephrine, norepinephrine, and cortisol. These are the important hormones which are released by the pancreatic cells when the glucose level is low within the body and the body needs not meet the demand of the body for the energy production, then they are released from the pancreatic cells and stimulates the breakdown of the glycogen into glucose. Similarly, in the muscle cells, what happened in the muscle cells? In contrast to the liver cells, muscle cells, glycogen level in the muscle cells is only 1 to 2% of the muscle's total weight. However, given the greater mass of the muscle in the body, but it also gives the greater mass of the muscles in the body. Glycogen is the greater mass of the muscles in the body. The total amount of the glycogen stored in the muscle cells is greater than the amount of glycogen stored in liver cells. Muscle also differs from its total weight of muscles is rather than to 6 to 10% of the liver in muscle cells. The stored amount of glycogen is 1 to 2% of total weight of the muscles. But although this amount is very less as compared to the liver, but it is the more muscle cells stored more glycogen as compared to the glucose because the muscles contain the larger weight as compared to the liver. So approximately they are the 1 to 2%, but it is more present in the muscle cells as compared to the they stored in the liver cells. Muscle cells also differs from liver cells in that the glycogen in muscle cells only provides glucose to the muscle cells itself. It not provides the glucose to the other organs of the body. Other organs demand of glucose is provided by the liver cells. Muscle cells only use the produced glucose for itself. Why it is so? Because the muscle cells don't have the enzyme glucose 6 phosphatase, which is required to release the glucose into the bloodstream. That's why the glucose 1 phosphate produced from the glycogen breakdown in muscle fibers is converted into glucose 6 phosphate and provides energy to the muscle during a bout of the exercise or in response to the stress. Only the glycogen stored in the muscle cell is only used in case of response to the any type of the stress, as in the fight and flight response, and also in case of the emergency. In case of other tissues, in addition to liver and muscles, glycogen found in small amounts in the other tissues, including the red blood cells, white blood cells, kidney cells, and some of the glial cells. Additionally, glycogen is used to store glucose in the uterus to provide for the energy needs of the embryo cells. As I say earlier, the fungi and bacteria also reserves the glycogen in their cells. Microorganisms possess mechanisms for storing energy to cope in the event of limited environmental resources, and glycogen represents a main energy storage form in case of the some microorganisms. Nutrient limitation, low levels of carbon, phosphorus, nitrogen or sulfur can stimulate the glycogen formation in yeast, while in bacteria synthesize glycogen in response to readily available carbon energy sources with the limitation of the other nutrients. Bacterial growth and yeast spore formation have also been associated with the glycogen accumulation in it. Glycogen homeostasis is a highly regulated process that allows the body to store or release glucose depending on its energy needs. The basic steps in the so it is very important for the glycogen homeostasis or the glucose homeostasis. It maintains the glucose homeostasis within the body, within the cells, animal cells and within the human body, because it is very important storage molecule for the energy reserves in case of the animal cells and also in case of the human cells. So they are the glucose, it maintains the glucose homeostasis. When there is the need of the glycogen synthesis, then the body produce the insulin, then the insulin level is high, and then the glucose molecule is stored into the cells for formation of glycogen. So it leads to, for the glucose homeostasis, it leads towards the synthesis of the glycogen and store this glycogen in liver and muscle cells. But when there is a level of insulin is lower down and the glucose level within the body is lower down, then the insulin level is also lower down from the pancreas. Now the body can not cease the glycogen synthesis. Now body made the new glucose provide for the production of energy by the breakdown of the glycogen, and now the different hormones like the glucagon, epinephrine, norepinephrine and the cortisols are released from the cells. These hormones activated or stimulate the breakdown of the glycogen. That is very important, and this breakdown occurred from the liver cell. From the liver, glycogen is breakdown into glucose, and this glucose is goes towards the bloodstream and it is used in the different organs, different tissues of the body for the production of the higher amount of energy. So by knowing through all these aspects of the glucose homeostasis, by this the body or glycogen maintains the glucose homeostasis within the cells, animal cells and within the human cells. So glycogen is a very important storage molecule in animals and in the human cells. You know about the metabolism of the glycogen. You have studied the glycogen synthesis and glycogen breakdown, so you have very much idea how can body synthesize the glycogen and how can body break down the glycogen into glucose by different ways and by different stimulation of and regulation of different enzymes by the different hormones. I hope you understand the role and the importance of the glycogen molecule in case of the plants. In case of it is a very important carbohydrate, the homopolysaccharide, which has a vast range of functions in the animal and the human cells. If you have any questions regarding this lecture, you can approach me on my WhatsApp group, or you can write me your question in the comment section of my YouTube channel, or you can email me on my email address. Thank you so very much, students. Allah Hafiz.